Drama bin drama, Arab drama, ole drama, yote pamoja. Yeah. The latest news is making the ears of most Kenyans ring. People cannot believe what they're hearing. Kenyans cannot believe what they're reading. The Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya, William Ruto, calls one of his juniors. Which junior are we talking about? We are talking about the DCI, the Director of Criminal Investigations. And the Deputy President does not call his junior to give them instructions. He calls his junior to complain. And this particular call comes hot in the heels of yet another leaked thing. Yeah, this time a leaked letter. Or shall we say allegedly leaked letter, indicating that there was a meeting at a hotel along Thika Road of senior members of government hailing from the Mount Kenya region. And the agenda was only one. The agenda was the Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya. And before the end of his conversation, his telephone conversation with the Director of Criminal Investigations, Bwana George Kinoti, the Deputy President sums it up and says something to the effect, Bwana Kinoti, maisha yangu mimi naamini yako hatarini. Now, let us start by appreciating the fact that this indeed is a very bizarre turn of events, and there are several reasons for that. But before we go into that, let's do a very quick update on the last video I made. And the reason why we're doing that update right now is that I believe, personally, I have a strong inclination deep inside me that it may be related to the current turn of events. Now, when you're analyzing politics, you should never expect to be right all the time. Never ever. That is why it is a good idea, after you've analyzed something, you observe the next few days and the next few weeks whether you can get any confirmation, telltale signs that actually your analysis of the situation was correct. Now, regulars on this channel will remember we spoke about the allegedly leaked audio of Raphael Tuju and a well-known politician. And our conclusion was that that message, the leaked audio was leaked deliberately, and the objective was to get a message to Central Kenya voters. Our analysis was that the leaked video had a very specific audience in mind, Central Kenya. We also predicted that it was very possible the people mentioned within the video would dismiss it, rubbish it, knowing very well that the message had reached its intended audience. Now, very interestingly, Bwana Raphael Tuju came out with a statement and claimed that the audio was fake. But even more fascinating is that the DP Ruto camp responded by saying, no, there's nothing like that. And then their rider, they want Raphael Tuju to resign as Secretary General of the Jubilee Party. And then even more drama came from the Deputy President himself. And this is what the Deputy President said. He said there were some people, who are out to open old wounds, incite people along tribal lines. Now, in my humble view, all those developments seem to confirm, that the analysis we made on this channel was spot on. And those developments, in total, could suggest or may suggest that what is going on, even with the latest claim by the Deputy President himself in a call to the DCI, may be just political games. Okay? But let us just back up a little and let us answer the question, based on what I said previously. Why is it so bizarre for the Deputy President to call his junior, the DCI, to complain? Now, the biggest reason why this is just mind-boggling is because the Deputy President is in fact a member of the highest security organ in the country, known as the National Security Council. Now, in a nutshell, the work of the National Security Council is to guide and supervise national security organs in the country. And of course, the national security organs in the country are the Kenya Defence Forces, the Kenya Police Services, and the National Intelligence Service, NIS. And so logically, if the Deputy President felt that his security was not adequate, so much so that he would fear for his life, then this is the first place that such a complaint or such a feeling would land. And this is precisely the place where it would get the required, very urgent, very drastic action. Why? Because, indeed, if it is true that the Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya is at risk of his life, then already that is a very serious national security issue. But instead, the Deputy President preferred, quite obviously, to have this thing out in the open, to be discussed by the media and to be discussed by Kenyans. And admittedly, one of the things that this particular story has done almost immediately is to divert attention away from the issues of the leaked Raphael Tuju audio. Now, by the way, I believe I should very quickly go through the members of the National Security Council. I've covered this before on this channel, but just for the sake of those who missed my earlier video a few months back, let's just go through it very quickly. The National Security Council is chaired by the President of the Republic of Kenya. Members consist of the Deputy President of Kenya, the Chief of the Kenya Defence Forces, the IG, National Police Service, and the Director General of the National Intelligence Service, and other members are the CS, Cabinet Secretary Defence, Cabinet Secretary Foreign Affairs, Cabinet Secretary Internal Security, the Attorney General, AG, I guess that is to make sure that whatever is being done is as legal as possible. Because in many instances, and I've said this before on this channel, national security breaks laws in many parts of including the United States. Because the whole issue is that national security supersedes everything else. And of course, this is always done chini ya maji, because they are not allowed to break the law. Now, let's flip the coin, briefly, to look at what is on the other side. Now, historically in Kenya, it is true and it is possible for a deputy president's life to be in danger. We have seen in our history before, the principal assistant of the President of the Republic of Kenya being sidelined from the running of government, being left with an empty desk, so to speak. They don't have access to that, they don't have access to this, they don't have access to some certain sensitive information, because they're indeed the target of some form of purge, or attack, or political attack. Indeed, this is what happened to the very first Vice President of the Republic of Kenya, the late Jaramogi Oginga Odinga, father to Raila Odinga. And so if as a deputy president you find yourself isolated, even from the National Security Council, then it is true that one of the best options is to go public with it, to preempt any plans that you feel may be in the works against you, and against you remaining on this planet Earth. I admit that is a possibility. However, what is really nagging me about all this is the timing. Because look at the chain of events leading to this latest screamer of a headline. The leaked Raphael Tuju audio, talking about the infamous Kiambaa Church, in the Rift Valley, where some very terrible things happened in the 2007-2008, which is the period after the results, very controversial presidential results, were announced by the electoral body. And then after that leaked audio, the response of the deputy president, and then also the response of people in ODM, and generally people in Team Kieleweke and in Team Tanga Tanga. In a nutshell, the timing is more than suspect. But let us wait and see how this story develops. Because this is one of those instances where a wait-and-see approach is best. So that we know which analysis best fits into this latest development. And so let us keep our ears and eyes alert. And let us also read the body language of those politicians as they respond and comment on this issue. And I'm very certain, very soon, we'll have a very clear answer to this most bizarre of developments. Until next time, this is Chris Kumekuja.